Hi Teela Jammers, how are you doing? So today this video is titled Know Your Place, and basically we're going to be talking about knowing our position in life, knowing our tribe, knowing our crew, who surrounds us basically. Now, the reason why I titled it Know Your Place, Know Your Position is because in life, people say, oh, it's a rat race, it's this, it's that, and there's all this competition going on. Now, I feel that we just need to know how we're going through our lives, how we are participating and showing up for ourselves. None of this, I've got to prove myself, I've got to improve, I've got to train hard, I've got to condition myself and convince myself that this is the way to be. Listen, all of that is a waste of time. All of that is just kind of superficial. And I think I've mentioned this before. It's superficial to extend yourself to the standards of others and conform because you have to fit in. Knowing your position is all about saying, I belong, I am safe, and I know who I am. And this actual subject kind of centers around personality. And as part of the Teela Jam, brand, personality is all about knowing who you are, representing yourself, showing up as you, because there's no one else like you. So do not, feel like, oh, my position is low, or I'm relatively poor, so you won't catch me wearing Nike or the biggest brands. Listen, your position has nothing to do with what you wear or where you work or your social class. Your position is about who surrounds you. Who can you go to for support? Who do you feel knows you and supports you? It's also about where you see yourself in life. Now, if you think about like running a marathon, you've got the beginning, you've got the end, and you've got the middle. So it's all about saying, I'm not in a rat race. The competition I'm in is with myself. Where was I 5 years ago? Where do I want to be 3 years ago? 3 years' time? And where am I right now? That's, the kind of angle that I'm taking this into. So when you think about this aspect of your position, and we're going to talk about, we've talked about goal setting in a previous video, but I need you to think again. Think again, like, what do I want out of life? What is my position right now? Where do I want to be? And center yourself in knowing, like, who am I? What represents me? What are my values? And just center yourself on knowing who you are. Now, it goes without saying that when it comes to building your tribe, or even just recognizing your tribe, because sometimes it's not actually about the family, the bloodlines, it's about who's already around us in terms of like work or professional relationships, or even like your doctor. Because me being HIV positive, there's many professionals in my life. If I was to get pregnant, obviously I'd have a HIV consultant because we don't want the baby to get HIV positive. I'd have a midwife that specializes in, antenatal care. And so this is just an example of like knowing who's surrounding you to support you with, your position in life. So for many of you, you might be, probably in your healing stages, and healing is a yo-yo situation. So you might be in therapy, you might have had counseling, you might not actually be reaching out to anyone and kind of doing your own stuff. But it's about knowing, okay, who's surrounding me right now? Who can I kind of count on to keep me accountable on this journey? And a lot of people say, when you're in recovery, this will happen, this will not happen. I want you to position yourself in a state where you're like, I see the end. I see me getting to where I need to be. I am thinking big. I am thinking long term, and I know what I want in my life, for my life. So when you think of your tribe, your crew, the people that surround you, it's not notable to be like, oh, I'm unsure of how they're going to support me. It's just literally knowing who you can go to, knowing the support that's out there. And for some of us, there might not be relatively positive outlets, resources, or people in your life that can support you. And what you need to do in those circumstances is go back within. How can I recognize myself? And one question I've actually been asking myself this year is, okay, that situation triggered me a bit. What does that reveal about me? Because I think in retrospect to what I've just said, having a tribe, having a crew, some people that support you and, keep you accountable, sometimes we can't always count and rely on others. We have to actually be accountable for ourselves. And it's not to say that you should be hard on yourself. It's not to say that you should beat yourself down every time something goes wrong. It's just about saying, okay, I need to reflect and be aware of this situation. Like, what is it, reflecting about me? How can I stay assured, that, I'm floating above the ground and I'm not sinking right now because I'm leaning on others, I'm doing things, that, I'm counting on others to tell me what to do. It's about saying to yourself, okay, what do I need to do here? What is it, like I said, what is this situation revealing about me? And that can go in any direction. It could literally be you just need to be more assertive, or it could be you need to let go. You need to, just let things be. Put the ball in someone else's court and be like, look, here you go. You feel this type of way? Okay, I'll give you the floor. Because sometimes what we do, especially in this healing journey, is we take too much ownership, but too much blame. And then we actually become the scapegoat. And then we look at ourselves and we're like, oh no, like, I've actually created this storm. And they say, I am the storm kind of thing. It's that situation. You can't see things going wrong and problems happening around you and then, say it's all got to do with other people. It's you yourself. It's looking within and saying, oh, I'm the storm. I created this mess, this havoc. So what is this revealing about me? So I guess, that's a lot to handle at the moment. But I wanted to drop this video as just a way to give you that hindsight that you can be the catalyst for change. It doesn't have to be hard. And like I've said many times before, keep going, keep persisting, stay focused, be determined, and see it through to the end. Know that there is light at the end of the tunnel. Know that when you think of the end, think only positive. Think, I will get there, I will achieve this, and the rest you leave it up to God, because ultimately He knows the direction, the flow that you need to take in order to, sustain your life. So I'll leave you with that. If you do have any questions, if you do have like any kind of similar anecdotes in relation to knowing your position and also allowing other people to know their position in your life, it'd be lovely to hear from you. But for now, choose what you love and love what you choose.